I'm pretty sure it's the fourth one.
All right, boys and girls, welcome back to the Nebraska fighting game community Danmaku Parade. I'm your host, MKL, and it is a fucking beautiful day outside to stay inside in a quarantine and have a podcast. I'm here with my two compatriots from Lincoln, as always, King George and Dame. How you two doing today?
Doing good,
Doing
doing
alright.
good.
And we also have the man, the myth, and the legend Game Genie with us today. Supposedly. I haven't heard from him in a second. It's our first guest ever, so I need you to introduce yourself if you're still here, Genie. Oh, God.
Genie just being weird about it.
Classic. Okay, we're gonna skip Genie since apparently we can't fucking... we knew this was gonna happen. Everybody knew this was gonna happen. Anyways, moving on. It's April Fool's Day today, but it's April Fool's during a fucking quarantine, so it was already a sus holiday, but man, it could not be sadder if it tried now. Did you guys see any good April Fool's Day pranks today?
They all suck.
What's that? Oh God, did I lose everyone?
No, I'm still here.
I'm here.
What was
except
Grand
for-
Blue's April Fool's joke?
I couldn't even read it. It was in Japanese. We need Dame for the expert commentary on that one.
I don't think I even saw it. What was their April Fool's joke?
It was like some like picture of Jita and Gran together with a bunch of Japanese. Genie's trying to talk, but he can't.
You're not able to hear him? I hear him fine on my end. Maybe your audio's...
Really? You guys hear him? Do I have him?
Genie, yeah.
goes to you.
He'll like say like a sentence and then just stop. Does one sentence at a time.
We need to fix this. I'm gonna leave the call and rejoin. Genie, talk. Let the people know you're here.
I am here.
There we go. Okay. Sorry, boys and girls.
Genie, tell us about this Grand Blue April Fool's joke.
So the joke, they apparently do it like every year, but it was something with their gag comics and like Virum just like getting super swole and just buying everybody. And that's pretty much a parody of that. Then they also revealed that their little gag comic is going to make a little side anime out of it. So there's that.
So
Yeah.
nothing to write home about necessarily.
So no good April Fool's jokes.
Yeah, Arxis likes being cute with your April Fool's things. I saw the one for Guilty Gear Strive, and the lobby system looks like something out of Sims or something. Looks pretty awful. People are hoping that it's not the actual UI, but who knows? The existing one's pretty bad, so I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah, at this point, seriously. Capcom also released their yearly weird Flash game. It's like some weird color matching puzzle game. It's not even remotely close to as good as the G one, but you know, if you get the tickle, I guess you can go play some random kitty color matching puzzle game that's not that fun. And it's not even a April Fool's joke. I don't get this one. The G one was so much better.
I don't remember the G one. That was last year.
I don't remember that one. Or I haven't even seen this one for that matter.
I think it was last year. How long has G been out? It couldn't be longer than a year, right?
He's been out since end of season 2? Early end of season 2, mid season 3?
Then maybe it was 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago because they revealed him at Evo 2 years ago.
Okay, then it was their game 2 years ago, and it was super fun. It was like a beat 'em up with G in it as his like character reveal, basically. Yeah. So what I suspected is true. April Fool's is a sad ass holiday, especially during a quarantine. Nobody laugh. Nobody did shit today. Speaking of, as our factoid today, we're gonna do a round table of what do y'all miss most about pre-quarantine life. Kick us off, Genie.
What I miss most?
What do you miss
Seeing
most?
people, going
Seeing
to the gym,
that
just doing things,
yeah, I could see
not
that.
going out, not going outside. I have to be worried about, okay, is this person is this person keeping themselves clean? Yada yada yada. Because you can never know. Because before everything, there be some individuals who just don't follow basic hygiene.
Yeah,
You
there's
can tell, like when you go to the bathroom and you wash your hands, you see someone get down to the restroom and they leave the bathroom. You know,
oh, I see it all the time still.
yeah, it's disgusting.
People are fucked up and need to be shamed. Like, I think next time I see it, I'm gonna literally speak up and be like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
You gotta, especially during these times.
Yeah,
Exactly, it's super messed up.
it's a goddamn joke. So
People ain't taking it seriously.
Genie's is pretty much a catch-all of just he misses going outside, I think. Dame, do you have anything else or just outside in general?
Yeah, going outside, seeing y'all playing games.
Yeah.
You miss that. Kind of kills the motivation to kind of grind these things, and I think a lot of us are going off and trying other stuff, playing JRPGs,
Yeah.
bullet hells.
We definitely
Something to fill
are.
the void.
George, how you feeling?
I'd say I'm missing drinking, honestly. Going to the bar after work. And I just go home.
Leave it to a service
But
industry member.
I'm also missing it's just like with this thing my work is like a completely different job now. It's a lot more boring, so that's pretty boring. I miss the old days when we used to actually cook for people that came in.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't
It
get
was
to see
actually
them
busy.
enjoy your food anymore. It's all takeout.
It's like I cook one dish an hour or one dish every 3 hours.
Jesus
That
Christ.
I'll go insane.
It's dead right now.
I've been hearing lots of
We were-
people closing
we were working
down.
on a puzzle at work. We just did like a 1,000 piece
Yeah,
puzzle at work.
They're doing that at my place too, or like before they shut down for quarantine, fucking puzzles.
Oh man, that shit sucks. I like how you couldn't use the I would love to go play fighting games because you didn't play them pre-quarantine either. So
I was thinking of saying all those TLFs I'm never gonna go through.
You miss thinking about going to fighting game events.
I
yeah,
miss considering it. I miss
Yeah.
the option. You know, I like having the option.
yeah,
I mean, it's practically the same for you. Just you don't have the option now.
yeah.
No more reflex on Thursdays. No more TLF on Saturdays.
Yeah,
Just messing up my rhythm.
it's
Miss
messing
all
everybody.
the rhythms.
Yeah, I think for me, I really miss just going out to eat. It's weird. I cook like 99% of my meals, but now that I can't have the fucking option to go out and eat somewhere, it's really, really bugging me.
Oh yeah, of course. There'd be a lot of like food joints I like to hit up that are local. And I'm like, oh, you ever go to so and so? I'm like, no, you should go check it out. And I'll go out there with friends or something. Usually like sushi joints, and because of this, I can't. And that is boring in itself.
Yeah, it's pissing me off.
It's all the stuff that you can't do, not necessarily that you would do it, but when they say you can't do it, then you want to do it.
It's true, man. It really is true. I want to go to the movies now. I want to I'm getting stir crazy, and I'm like massively introverted, but you tell me I can't do something, and I am a contrarian motherfucker.
That's true. I do want to go see a movie. I don't fuck with movies that much.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. But I got Hulu. Shout outs to Daria on Hulu. I don't know if y'all about that life, but I sure as hell am.
Sounds familiar.
Oh, you don't know Daria, Genie?
It was great. No, it sounds familiar. That's that old cartoon from like the early 2000s.
Yeah, with the little.
The hipster chick with the glasses or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about now. it sounded familiar, and I'm like, is that it? Because there was a lot of those random shows like back then on like Fox and like early Adult Swim.
Yeah,
And you just
it was
I've already
MTV.
seen Daria.
Actually,
MTV.
this has given me I'm reminded that I didn't get your intro, Genie. So we need to roll back a little bit because I didn't hear your intro. So introduce yourself to the people for those who don't know you, which everyone knows you.
Surprisingly. But hello there, my name's Game Genie 222. I've been around playing. Depending on if you consider Smash a fighting game or not, if you do consider it a fighting game, I've been playing off and on since 2008. If you don't, since 2012 with Soul Calibur 5. And I've just been playing games off and on and trying to get better, be the best I could be since. Just do my thing.
A widely
Inspiring.
beloved man with very inspiring words. I couldn't have said it better myself, Genie. All right, now let's fast forward again back to a general gaming roundup where I kind of ask you guys how Animal Crossing is, since I don't think George or I play it. So this is Dame and Genie's floor.
I don't
My
play
brother
either.
is, like, big
Sims
into
are
it.
not my thing.
Oh, so Dame, you're the expert on.
And I'm the I'm the sole
I
voice
played
for Animal
I played the
Crossing.
older ones, but I haven't gotten this new one.
How the turnip price is doing?
Man, the turnip economy on my island it's pretty rough. I think someone on my island caught the fucking corona. They're sick. I had to give them some medicine. Staying away from them. My prices have plummeted ever since. I think I'm down for like 30 per turnip now. So if anybody's out there with like hundreds per turnip, please contact me on my Twitter handle at Dame_Yen. Please save my island.
I hear what you're saying. It doesn't make any sense to me, but I hear what you're saying. So wow, only one person, 25% of this podcast plays Animal Crossing. It seems like I go on my Twitter timeline and it's 100%.
Yep. A lot of people on the Discord are playing too. I know Eli's pretty much been consumed with it and streaming it pretty much every day.
Yep.
I just see him on there.
It's
It's
that
weird. I think
perfect
a lot
game
of
right
big
now.
streamers stream it too.
Yeah, it's either Final Fantasy 14 or Animal Crossing for you, if you're a fighting game player.
I mean,
ain't
Animal
grinding.
Crossing, you do all the things in Animal Crossing that you want to do in real life, right?
That's true.
That is true. It's Second Life.
Yeah. I mean, if I really wanted to do that, though, I would, kick it old school and go play fucking RuneScape or some shit.
See, my logic, I see those types of games, and I'm like, I would rather just do that in the real world. Like, I just never got into those games like growing up, so
Damn, Genie likes
just
outside
threw me
more
off
than any
because
of
of-
us.
I thought you were the
He's
game
a-
genie, not the outside.
Yeah, what's this outside Genie shit?
Extrovert
Sports
genie.
genie.
Sports genie.
a mix of both. But I do
don't like
I do
it.
tend to keep myself.
Everybody has their own outlet. Some of us play Animal Crossing. Others play Flash games on Newgrounds. It's a mixed bag.
Shadow ban that motherfucker. So yeah, if you missed the lore last night, we had a little bit of a NSFW stream hosted by Lord Dusta. It was not on Twitch. It was in the bathroom channel on our Discord. And yeah, it was befitting of a melty room. I'll say that much. I won't go too much into detail.
What the fuck?
You miss it like...
This is why I don't leave the 3D Degens chat or whatever it's called right now.
Well, the funny thing is 3D Degens is one of the more degenerate fucking rooms. So you stay...
Sorry.
It ain't you, Genie. It's like... It's mainly me, to be honest. Yeah, so that was an interesting turn of events. I'm glad you missed it, George. You had to. It's something you had to experience. I do feel a little bad for you, but I get it. After Animal Crossing, let's talk about something that I actually want to play. which is the Final Fantasy VII remaster. I have seen 2 spoilers already on my Twitter, and I'm furious about it. Does anyone else expect to actually play this, or is it Snoozeville for you?
I'm gonna play it. You
I'll probably
crazy?
pick it up. I'll pick it up
Probably
when it
won't
comes
play
out.
it.
I'm ready to play that joint day one and maybe stream it.
So
I'm not
George,
about to play a game where you can't even play the second half until like 2 years later.
that is a good
See,
point.
that's what I'm worried about more. How many normies are gonna know that it's only Midgar and not the whole game in itself?
Yeah.
I'm more curious about that.
Yeah,
Ooh.
they didn't even
I'm
put
fine
like
if
part 1 on it.
I'm fine if they flesh it out and make Midgar an entire game somehow, like a full game, expand on the world, etc.
How much
who
do
knows?
how much do you guys care about a very tiny spoiler?
I'm
I don't
indifferent because I already know most of it.
Dame?
Does
Hey,
it
but I
divert
mean,
from
is
the
it like something that they
story?
changed?
Yeah,
I
it's,
mean,
it's going to be something they changed
they,
from
like,
the
changing
original
stuff?
game.
Ah,
All right,
Well, I don't care,
podcast
but-
viewers, cover your ears if you
Yeah.
care.
maybe Dame cares.
If Dame cares, we won't do it.
Go ahead.
Okay. So cover your ears if you don't want, or fast forward like 1 minute. I'm not going to go on much longer, but you can tell that they're trying to condense a lot of the first half of the game because Kate Sith is a playable character, and he
fuck?
really early on, I guess. And Kate Sith you don't get until Gold
The
Saucer.
Gold Saucer.
Yeah, Gold Saucer. So that's halfway through disc 1. So yeah, I think they're gonna. It's becoming apparent that they're gonna condense most of disc 1 into Midgar. I'm thinking, which is
Just
crazy.
speed everything up.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I got spoiled for today. I'm glad I could spoil someone else. That makes me feel a little better.
I was expecting like they changed some big like story thing or something,
Well, they probably.
just to keep people surprised.
Yeah, they probably
They
are
probably
going to.
would.
But I think Squeenix is shooting down all the streams at the moment. Like,
No, they are. They were sniping that stuff left and right when I
Yeah.
was looking this morning.
so I don't think a lot of people know what happens later on in the game. I mean, the fact that you get Kate Sith so early kind of indicates that they're going to change something pretty drastically, I'm guessing. So, yeah.
Right.
Crossed fingers I don't get
Have they
that
said-
spoiled.
If it's gonna be like, is this part 1 of 2 or is it potentially more?
They've never
more.
said, but people were theorizing that it would be 3. It would be 1 game for each disc, which I thought was stupid because disc 3 is nothing. It's like just the end game. I think it'll be 2 parts personally. It'll probably be like Midgar, but condensing hella parts, and then like I bet disc or game 2 will start around like Bone Village, I'm guessing.
Perhaps. All depends on if they decide to do extra stuff too.
So when does this come out?
April, yeah.
Next Tuesday. I
Or-
just
Unless
don't like
you
that
are
they that there's no like they haven't even there's no date for part 2. There's no information. That's what I don't like. They're just releasing
Whoa.
this out to the world, and it's like
Well,
by the second part.
Well, you also remember that they spent a very, very long time on this. They didn't start this until after Kingdom Hearts 3 got finished. And KH3 came out like 2019.
Square Enix has been like having problems getting games out on time. So
Oh,
I don't know
yeah,
how long
of
it's gonna take
course.
them to get part 2 out.
Well,
2022.
if Tetsuya Nomura is involved, it's gonna take 5 years minimum to do anything. So,
He's not joking.
I mean, we're gonna see part 2 in 2025.
That's why I'm not interested.
Well,
If they were more like transparent about it, I'd be more interested. But
my only hope is that they have the engine done now, so maybe they could crank it out quicker. But knowing him, he literally cancels projects 5 times before settling on something. So
Like
I mean, he's
KH3.
gotta remake the game that already exists. That's what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Just remake the game that already exists.
That's easier said than done.
Do we even know how many parts it's gonna be?
No.
No.
Man.
Whatever. I'm not too invested in it. I just don't like that they made a remake and then only remade half. Imagine if they remade Mario, but it only had the first 4 worlds.
I mean, if it was made by Square, that would be the case. And Nomura was in charge, and it would be canceled 5 times in the span of 5 years. Yeah, I hate that motherfucker.
Damn. So you got some choice words. Maybe a bitch calling later for him.
Damn, I might. Seriously. Well, maybe a little tiny side tangent is I like Final Fantasy 15 a decent amount. And that game originally was designed and written pretty much 100% by Nomura. And then Square pretty much told him to fuck off because he canceled it and restarted it like for the 6th time. And they're like, okay, we're going to get this other dude to work on it. And that dude got it done in like 1 year. And, you know, it shows in some quality control issues in 15, but at least he got the fucking game out in a year. Like,
Yeah, they were just tired of it burning money.
Yeah,
that adds up.
Him and Kojima can get fucked, honestly. I'm a fan.
I have more Kojima than Nomura in that area.
Yeah, at least Kojima kind of eventually comes around, and when he does finish a game, it's always pretty good. But Nomura hasn't had a good game since I don't remember. So, yeah.
You can argue Cage 3.
I'm not gonna let you argue
I
that.
can't give him that.
Yeah.
I can't give you that, Genie. I
said
KH
you can
in that
argue
game.
Cage 3.
No, you can't. I can't
Yeah. We're not gonna let you argue that, Genie. Sorry, bro.
I mean, you can argue that, I
Touche.
suppose.
I guess I'm being hard on him, but yeah, he's responsible for 19 belt buckles on Lulu, so I don't think I can forgive him.
Damn. That sounds like a Guilty Gear character right there.
I mean, I thought for the longest time that Nomura was the character designer for Guilty Gear because of the belts.
And no one will blame you.
Yeah. Well, anyways, we can get off the Final Fantasy topic. We can go on for days, I feel like. I want to, since, still coronavirus quarantine, I kind of wanted to ask if you had the old gun to your head. What game in your backlog are you completing before the quarantine ends? Start us off, Mr. George. I love putting you on the spot for the hard ones.
Gun to my head, which game in my backlog am I completing?
You got it.
I guess I would say, just because it's long as fuck, I'd probably say Monster Hunter Generations. That would save me some time. I'd live for a while. Probably get an extra month of life.
Fuck, dude. You got Monster Hunter again? Hey,
you said gun to my head,
Hey,
That's the last game I ever played. I'm gonna pick a long one.
No, I'm not saying it's fired. I'm
Yes,
saying, homie, you got to decide.
I did. Monster Hunter Generations.
All right. You got it. Okay. Monster Hunter, and if I go over to Dame and he says Koi Jaime, shit's gonna break loose. All right, Dame.
All right. I'll have to improvise on my script here just a little bit. But so originally it was gonna be Nier Replicant, but they just announced a fucking remaster like 2 weeks after I started playing it. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just wait for that remaster. But I guess the other RPG I've started to replay now is Final Fantasy X, so I'll just get through that, I guess. And then choose something else after.
That's a pretty short one. Well, actually, if you complete all the international content, it takes forever. So that's a good one, actually.
Yeah, well, there's an unlock all items button. You can cheat on the PC version, so.
Oh,
I
God.
feel like going through it. The ultimate weapon bullshit. Then click a button.
That sounds about right. Good job, Square. Well, I like it for one reason. To get Lulu's last weapon in that game, you have to dodge like 300 lightning bolts in the Thunder Plains. And it literally drove me insane as a kid. Like, because it's not easy to do that. It's like fighting game reactions. like 20 frame reactions.
Just sidestep.
Yeah, I mean that. Yeah.
Why sidestep? You can just block and punish.
Touche.
Block lightning and punish.
Touche, George. Genie, you got one yet?
I have a few. Do we include expansions as well?
Whatever you want, dude. It's all you.
Because it would have to be a JRPG. Probably Final Fantasy 9 or 6, or
Bulls.
one of Bravely Defaults.
Quality choices. I would say stay away from Bravely Default, maybe. It's not long enough.
Yeah, outside that, maybe Xenoblade Chronicles 1 or 2, but since one's gonna get remastered here, I'll hold off on that. Yeah, I'll just go with 2, because 2 has the expansion Torna.
That
I
one,
mean, that's a separate game though.
yeah.
It's a separate DLC. Is Xenoblade 2 good? I like the first one. The second one looked a little bit too anime.
1 is pretty tame. 2 is super anime.
Wait, is 2 the one that has that girl who literally just has her tits out all game?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. That's why I didn't play it.
And the reason why, because the art is done by a hentai artist. Joking.
It all makes sense now. Let's see. For mine, I'm going to go with I really want to complete Grand Theft Auto Vice City again. That is such a like nostalgic game from my childhood for some reason. So
It's a good pick.
I think, yeah, that might honestly be it. I gun to my head, instantly decide, yeah, Vice City. Let's go with that. I might fucking stream that. That'd be tight. You did mention, Dame, that Nier Replicant's getting remastered. Have they said anything new on that?
I think they just released that cryptic trailer and that was it. Also another trailer for some mobile thing they're doing, but I'm much less interested in that.
Yeah.
Before that's canon.
There is cool like demo art though, where they have like a bed sheet on the pod and he looks like a ghost. Yeah, so no news on that, but I am looking forward to it quite a bit. That's pretty much it for what I wanted to talk about game wise. Anything else you guys heard in the old game sphere?
Game Sphere.
Like outside of fighting games?
There's rumors of they're gonna do a remaster or a remake or something for Mario 64 and some of those earlier ones, and play on a Switch,
see
I
that.
guess.
They're gonna remake it or remaster it?
Yeah, I heard
think we know for sure.
I heard remade, I heard remaster. I'm guessing HD remaster.
Wow. That sounds like sacrilege to me.
I mean, it's Nintendo, and Nintendo fans will eat that.
I mean, they did
stuff
that
up
with
like
they
crack.
did that on the DS. They came out with the Super Mario 64 DS.
But it was just like
Yeah.
they added Luigi.
They
And
added
Wario.
Yoshi, Luigi, and Wario,
And Yoshi.
and that was like it.
Although that one I didn't like too much because they changed the way that you ran in that game. I didn't like.
Yeah, there's some stuff that's off on the DS version of 64.
Yeah, inevitably.
physics-wise.
That's an interesting rumor. I think Nintendo has really realized their fan base since they released the NES Mini. They're like, oh, everyone kind of just wants the old stuff. So, yeah, I think that makes sense. When's the 64 Mini coming out?
Who knows? Good question.
If it's ever
If
coming
they-
out.
If the thing is though, like how well would it be? Because there's a lot of games on the 64 that are good that are not like first party. Like there's a lot of like rare stuff on there.
Well, yeah, but, I mean, the SNES and NES had a bunch of third-party stuff on it.
Not as much you think.
I mean, they had, off the top of the head, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, Capcom, Contra, Konami, Gradius, Konami, Earthbound from Hudson. Final
Which is owned by
Fantasy.
Konami.
Final Fantasy 6 from Square.
Earthbound's Nintendo.
What was
I'm
no
talking about Earthworm.
Earthbound was technically it's second party, yeah, because it was before Earthbound, or was it Hudson? It wasn't Hudson. It was what's the Kirby maker's name?
No, Earthbound is made by a completely different guy. Kirby is made by Sakurai.
No, for sure.
Earthbound is made by it's a guy named like Satoshi Isoi or something.
Yeah, it's Itoi, but it was the same company that released it. It was like a second party publisher. What's the name?
HAL Laboratory.
HAL, yeah. HAL did Earthbound.
I guess it's technically a second party.
Yeah. Hey, I was right. I sound like I know what I'm talking about, George. Thank
but
you.
I mean, it's basically first party.
Yeah. I mean, what else? There was, Final Fantasy was on there from Square. Secret of Mana, I think, was on there from Square. I mean,
it's on there.
I think like
I
more,
think they could get the rare games.
more,
I think they wouldn't have a problem getting the rare games
yeah, more than half of
if they really wanted to do it.
the.
Yeah, but Rare is owned by Microsoft now, so that's gonna be iffy.
Yeah, but they're buddy now.
Wait, Donkey Kong Country was on the SNES Mini, right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, so I mean, they did that. So why couldn't they keep doing it?
I mean, because didn't Microsoft get permission to put Banjo and shit on Xbox?
I'm
Or that's
sure.
still technically not Nintendo's.
Hmm.
It's probably isn't
When
Nintendo's because it's probably Rare's. Now that I think about it.
it's
But I mean, they
It's
put
technically
Banjo and
Microsoft's.
Smash. They put Banjo and Smash, so they probably just said, yeah, let's put Banjo on a N64 Mini or whatever.
Yeah, it seems like they're playing nice nowadays. So you'll probably get your GoldenEye and your Perfect Dark on the 64 Mini.
that'd be straight.
I mean, GoldenEye is a terrible game in 2020, but you know, for nostalgia
Oh, yeah.
factor, it's got to be on there.
Oh yeah, easily.
Well, yeah, I guess we could get into fighting games finally. We had 30 minutes of general game because, you know, we don't have a ton of topics today. I wanted to start
I
up.
will say, talking the general game, I've been playing this new game, One Step from Eden. It's pretty cool.
Oh, I've heard that for
It's
some
like,
reason.
Oh yeah. Do
I guess
see
I never
wanna-
played them, but it's like a Mega Man Battle Network, and it's
Yeah,
like
I want to give it a shot actually because of that.
it's
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
kind
like
of
a
like Slay the
deck
Spire and
building, like shooty type game. I guess I don't know. I don't know how to
Right.
describe it.
Yeah, I watched a trailer
You
for it.
shoot and you dodge bullets, and you collect a deck.
I'm never a big fan of the Battle Network games, so I was unsure about it, but I'm going to watch a few trailers because it seems like it might be less Battle Network and more buildy, like, kind of card system or something I'm hearing.
yeah, it's like
I
the
mean,
Slay the
there's
Spire card building system and
it's a card
Mega
system.
Man Battle Network mixed in as well.
Like basically your deck, like each shot, I guess you could say, is like a different card. So there's like all these different type of shots you can do. So then you know if you use a shot, then it goes away, and then like once you use all your shots, you reshuffle your deck.
So like Chains of Memories, Kingdom Hearts Chains of Memories, essentially.
I mean, I suppose, yeah.
I like Chain of Memories, so, and it's the only Kingdom Hearts game I like, so if it's like that, I'm more interested.
I mean, I don't know anything about Battle Network, but it's probably pretty much like Battle Network because you like move around on a grid, you shoot enemies on a grid. It's pretty fun though.
Well, George, since you have a PC now, you can stream it. You can join the Nebraska crew.
I'll see if I can figure that out.
Genie figured it out.
Hey, he's right. You're the
But it's
only
pretty
one.
cool. I will say, it seems to me like it's kind of like one thing I really like about Slay the Spire is like obviously you can be good at it, but there's still like the random chance that can just fuck you over. I think this game is more like if you're really good at it, you can just win with like any deck. It seems like if you're just, I mean, it's not an easy game, but it seems like if you can just win through skill, which is good, I guess. But I kind of like when you're just randomly getting fucked by random shit.
So you like the
Yeah,
roguelike
well,
elements.
thanks.
I just think it's keeps you on your toes. Sometimes you just get fucked over and you're like, oh shit. But this one, from what I can tell, I've just been like, I'm learning the enemy patterns and everything, and it really seems like if you're just good at it, you can just dodge everything or mitigate it through skill, which is fine. I think a lot of people like that.
You know,
I
So you're
like when
saying
there's
it's like
skill and then a
chess.
good, a good, a good randomness that makes every run feel kind of different. This one, it seems like you can kind of just win if you're good.
well, if it has more roguelike
But
elements
to
in
be
it,
fair, I've never beaten it, so I'm still pretty bad at it. But
yeah. Yeah, I'm more into it if it's more of a roguelike. I definitely am not
I
interested.
mean, yeah, it's definitely a roguelike.
Yeah.
And there's like different characters you can start at, different abilities, and you build a deck and you collect like power ups essentially, and you choose your route between like fights and shops and resting spots and different things, mini bosses, etc., etc.
So George's recommendation for game to play apparently is Slay the Spire Battle Network.
I do love me some Slay the Spire.
I only have watched Cal play it. I didn't even know it existed before I watched him.
Maybe if I could stream, figure out the stream thing, I'll stream some.
I'll send you
Maybe in a scrub at it.
I'll write you a goddamn guide, so you have no excuse.
I mean, my problem right now is I wouldn't be able to get voice because I can't get my mic to work on my computer. I should probably just buy a mic or some shit.
I'm pretty sure you can use your phone as a mic on your PC if I remember right. There's some way to do it. We'll figure that out. Don't worry. All right. Let's queue up the fighting game news and let's start with the fallen ones. We got to play Rio's Notebook because Combo Breaker has been canceled. It's over, boys. Rip.
That's Ria's Notebook.
Cue the Shenmue thing. Yeah, violin.
Yes. Cue the Shenmue 2 theme. Also among the casualties this week is the Guilty Gear World Tour, all of it, and Kamenomochi 4, the little Daigo fight card. So it's been a pretty rough week in fighting games for cancellations. Anything to add, really?
What am I fighting for, man?
What tournaments am I gonna go to? I guess like CEO's the next big one after that. Is that one gonna get canceled?
No way CEOs
You know,
happen.
after-
I have a feeling.
Florida is gonna get fucked by the virus.
Oh man.
And they might they might do a lockdown.
Yeah, Jabali's on the hot seat. I think Florida's been the worst.
Florida's
at
not even.
fucking
Yeah, Florida's not
containing
even
it.
in
They're
lockdown
going out to
right
the
now.
beaches and
Yeah,
Yeah, the mayor or whatever is saying like, oh, we won't lock down or whatever. It's crazy.
coronavirus is a hoax.
Yeah, don't forget, people are stupid. So if they don't listen, they will be forced to.
God. I mean, it's always gonna come to that, seriously. I mean, you brought up the little what are we fighting for, and that's a good point because none of us are fighting for shit unless you play Melty Blood right now. Seems like all of us are playing JRPGs and bullet hells right now. So yeah, it's a sad state of affairs.
Well, we could play KI. That's good.
Dog, hit me with. I'd rather play Fightcade.
We could do that shit too.
And the only person.
KI's benefit is
Visa F.
it's the only like current gen fighting game that has a dinosaur character that I know of.
KOF 14.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. King of Dinosaurs.
And he's a grappler. You'll love him.
Yeah, you should play KOF 14. That's your character in a nutshell.
It kind of is. It's king. It's a dinosaur. What else can I need?
Nothing, dude. You got it. He also
It's like
has.
they took Lizard Man and King and just made him one character.
He also has some Alexness to him. I think he was crafted
about the
for you.
Alexness.
He has some like very Alexy normals.
Alex only let me down.
I mean, they turned his legs backwards, and he's never been the same. So nothing really more to add other than sad shit.
I just still been playing Caliber Tekken here and there on the side, but my interest is waning a little bit for games with iffy netcode.
Yeah, this is a perfect time to talk shit on anything that isn't rollback netcode. If you have delay-based netcode in 2020, get fucked. I mean,
Japan.
yeah, Japan, dude, you let us all down. I can't play any fighting games right now because of you. Unless George wants to get off his ass.
On Tekken, I don't really mind a netcode, but I kind of don't have my motivation to play if I'm never gonna like actually play real humans.
Well, George,
I know.
you were birthed online. Your online play style is like straight out of fucking Tag 2, Eddie back 1-4, hop kick.
Sure, but there's always a purpose.
The stuff that airs rages about, that is your play style.
To all you online warriors
online.
out there,
Yeah.
George just called you subhuman.
I just don't care if I win or lose online. It's different. There's no pride on the line.
Yeah, you play like it, and it's crazy. I wish I would see.
It's infuriating.
I want to see that, George, offline.
Nah, I couldn't do that. There's too much pride on the line.
Oh, fuck pride, dude. Hop kick this motherfucker.
Yeah, tournament? Fuck that shit. All you had to do is dress up like Tiger Mask or whatever wrestler you like, go to a tournament, and just play people. They won't know who you are, and you hop kick them like 5 times. Like, okay, he's gonna do it.
Hey, hold
another
up.
time.
Hold up. Nobody's dressing up as any characters.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, that
expecting
seems a
some
bit
weird.
extreme. That seems a bit extreme.
I'm expecting
Genie.
some weird shit once the quarantine happens. It's over. I mean,
That's a good point, actually. I might go dress up as fucking Tiger Mask at this rate.
Celebration.
All right. For fighting game news, it's been a little bit of a slow week, but we got some stuff. First off, Uniclear dropped on Steam. I'm still not gonna play it, but it's good to see that French Bread didn't take that long on it. Any thoughts, Genie? You're pretty much the only one who plays Uni here.
I have not touched Uni in a good minute, but I'm glad it finally went on PC, so I can actually play it and regret my decision later when I play it online.
Oh,
Because it's not rollback.
I wanted to say one thing about Uni. I was just perusing my Twitter like a week or two ago, and I clicked this clip, and it was 2 Oris in a mirror match, and they were going ham. And finally, one of the Oris has a mix-up. You know, he has his Oki. He's exerting it. And the defensive Ori does a DP, and simultaneously the offensive Ori does her DP on his wake up, and they just go up into the sky. Guess who it was?
Like Jesus, I don't know.
Lord Game Genie. Lord Game Genie. Genie, you're Twitter famous. You're Twitter famous right now.
Yeah, that happened in some casuals at Climax. It was great. The guy was so tilted. He was like, "Okay, this is too big brain. I'm getting off the sticks."
That's how I
Because
feel
our
every
mirrors were
time.
just nothing but nuttery, nothing but pure nuttery.
It doesn't. You
And
don't, Genie. You don't need no mirror to be a nut. You're a nut 24/7.
in some games.
Hey, even in Tekken, that tiger's gonna come. It's gonna every time.
Yeah,
I love it.
because it's an addiction.
That's what I'm
I think you
saying.
guys overrate Genie's nuttiness in Tekken.
I
I think
think
Genie plays one of the most fundamental out of like anybody.
Because you have to.
Anybody in Omaha.
Well, I was gonna say Genie's like, well, no, there is Brad and Anthony, but from like the core group, he's pretty much the only Tekken player. And I don't know if you
Yeah, I
watched
suppose, yeah.
if you watch Genie play for longer than 5 minutes, you know that down forward 2 is coming. It doesn't.
Sure. That's the extent of his nuttiness, though.
I love it.
Tigers are
Yeah, 'cause I
usually
wanna
good
win.
ideas.
like I don't know, 6 months ago George was always praising Genie, like Genie's godlike. Look at that. You see that, Mike? Genie's godlike. It's because he thought that Tiger Uppercut required a special input.
I mean, I did, yeah. But
It's just down forward 2. Nothing special.
Yeah.
I didn't know that at the time. I did think it required a special input. But I still do think that Genie's gameplay is pretty good.
Oh, it's good.
He plays some solid Tekken.
It's just advanced nuttery.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
can
just-
disagree, Genie.
It's just a giant coconut, and there's the shell, which is fundamentals. Then the inside is nuttiness. I
yeah.
have to keep it inside.
You can.
It's like those old Tootsie Pop commercials with the little kid and the owl. How many licks does it take to get to the center of Tootsie Pop? That's essentially.
I'm glad you
That's
didn't.
in a weird direction.
Yeah. I'm glad you didn't
Glad
say
you're here.
how many licks does it take. Yeah, I'm not even gonna say it. Fuck that. Yeah, but you can be a nutty player and still be a good player. That's something people need to realize.
I just don't think that Genie's nutty.
Genie is nutty, but he keeps it reined in, like he was saying. He lets it out every now and then, and then when it hits you, you're like, "What the fuck? This dude's a nut." But it's just he did it one time in the whole round, and that completely flabbergasted you. And that's all you need. Like, you need a random hop kick every now and then to put people on their ass.
Nah, I don't play characters with good hop.
It don't matter if it's good or not.
God, you play King. His hop kick is
Has
good.
a bad hop kick. His hop kick's terrible.
I play Kazumi. Don't talk
Who
to
has
me
a
about
terrible
bad
hop kick? They have like the same hop kick.
No, I will reliably trade King's hop kick any day of the week because I
Maybe
can.
King's
Because
just a
I
bigger
know.
person. His hitbox is bigger.
Yeah,
because
but
he's bigger.
Yeah, but
It's like the
his
same
hop
shit.
kick at least crushes on frame 4 or 5. Kazumi's hop kick doesn't crush till frame 8, 9. So if I'm trying to crush a low, I'm not reliably gonna crush a low with it. It has to be a super slow low for me to crush.
I'm bugging because of the range issues. That's my problem. There's no
The
range on
is
that hop kick.
fine.
The range is not fine. It's terrible. It's
The
actually
range
bad.
is fine. You got other tools that help.
All right, time out,
One punch is
motherfuckers.
with 4-2-1.
Time
The
out.
range on hop kick is so bad.
Time out, motherfuckers.
God.
Let's understand that both hop kicks are bad, but when they're random and they hit, they're gonna destroy their mental. So that's why I say you need to, Kazumi can use Tiger Uppercut, and don't act like you don't use fucking Burning Hammer or whatever the hell that move's called, Atlas Hammer. There we go. Atlas Hammer's way, way worse than his hop kick.
I mean, you use them for different things.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's the same like general principle of like I'm gonna just do
Sure,
it.
but I think that the Atlas Hammer is way better option than the hop kick in certain situations. Like I'm way more confident in that you're gonna do a high and then I'm gonna Atlas Hammer it than I am that you're gonna do a low and I'm gonna hop kick. If I was gonna like bait a low, I would just do 4-4 because it's safe on block. I have a safer option if I want to fuck with lows.
I guess
Well, you're in a situation you're trying to crush a low and read their option, and you need a launch for a kill. Sometimes you just need to throw them dice.
yeah.
Sure,
I can't
Sure.
I can't reliably do it with Kazumi's hop kick like that. Hell, I don't even trust his block Punisher in a lot of situations.
What we're saying, George, is roll the fucking dice sometimes, dude. It feels good.
Yeah, it feels good.
It feels
Like
good.
make subs all day.
Marcy
Yeah,
Projects.
Running
Don't get it.
slides. Then you die. Them's them breaks.
Them's
Or
the
I can
breaks.
just not roll the dice and then live, even if I don't succeed.
No, because
Yeah,
then you're
there's
gonna.
a time and a place for everything.
If you the risk reward, that's why they say risk reward. The reward is so good for just poking their mental just one time. Like Genie, the times he's beaten me, it's because he does something completely fucking against the grain nutty, and it lives in the back of my skull for the rest of the match, and I can't play. That one little that one little down forward 2 he did that was, I mean, I was like +6 or something after a 1-1 on a hit. He just down forward 2s and fucks me up, and it's over from then on. 2-0 Genie, easy.
Pretty sure you lose to Genie because you always play some dumb character game 1, then he beats you, and then you're not ready for game 2.
Hey, well, hey, if you want to shortchange Genie, you can go right ahead. But I'm not shortchanging Genie. Genie's a genius to me.
Hey, Genie's beaten Anthony in tournament, and I still haven't. So Genie
That's
can go off.
That's true. That's
I'm not
true.
Genies. I'm just a dude who just spams running 2 and flight mix-ups.
You guys fucked
And
up and got
pokes.
me talking about
Poke and
Tekken.
move.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Tekken wasn't even on the docket.
Tekken wasn't on the
It is
docket,
now.
but since George, it is your game. I thought we would give you the soapbox for a moment. I always talked about it in the previous few podcasts where I was like, we should just have a George go off moment, and that was it. I think.
Mission accomplished.
Mission hella accomplished. Moving on a little bit to another game I don't think any of us play or care about, sadly. Sogetsu is now available in Samurai Showdown. As I mentioned, don't give a shit, but do any of you?
I wish I could.
have
shit, but
I haven't touched the game since the patch, so just Evo patch last year, so
Yeah.
I'm so behind. But
So-
I'm gonna play them. I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna grab the season pass because I hate having a fighting game and not having characters. It's one of my biggest pet peeves. So
even if you're not gonna play it,
He's a
Yes.
collector.
I will never touch a game if I don't like a fighting game if I don't have the full roster. I have cross Tekken. I haven't touched it once because the whole roster. I don't have the whole roster, so I'm not gonna touch it. It's one of my weird quirks. I can't stand it.
Genie's a collector.
I suppose.
So George, your thing is you wish you could care.
Cause they had it on sale at GameStop for like $8, so I picked it up. But the netcode's not very good, and like it took me like literally the day I got it, I tried to play it, could not find a match. The next day I waited online like 30 minutes till I got a match, and I played this guy, and it was kind of decent. But I wish, like, I actually do kind of enjoy the game, but from the little bit I actually got to play of it, but obviously nobody's playing it, and the online's whack, so and it's like
That is a Discord game. The community is very pissed off about the online too, so a lot of them just play lobbies with each other that are nearby.
Yes.
I don't really want to get all Discordy with it.
I mean, that's a lot of fighting games. They want good matches and not take the ranked approach and go into the vast wasteland of nothingness to play people.
Yeah.
You might have to.
The whole like lightning blade, like basically one shot thing is pretty funny. I think it's pretty funny. It's fun to do.
Well, we'll get
Then
into
you will love him and
yeah, we'll get into that in a second.
I mean, it seems. Well, yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
I was like, I get that people don't like it, but I guess I'm not really taking the game seriously. But it's pretty. I like it. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, it's a goofy game, and I
It
did.
just puts your opponent on notice.
Yeah, I did like to watch it because it was goofy. Dame, do you care even slightly?
Well, the netcode is bad, and I don't think we covered this last time, but it's not coming to Steam, so I could not care less about it,
hold up.
honestly.
That's
Thought it was
really
coming to Steam.
no. It's going to Epic
it's
Game
come to
Store.
Epic Store.
I don't know anything about that.
It's trash and dumb to smoke.
Yeah.
I mean, John Fortnite likes
Watch
Epic
it come
Store.
out with like. Watch it come out with like rollback network code on Epic Game Store.
I mean, if it did, I actually might try it then. But no, it's still. I'm not downloading another launcher. I refuse.
I mean, a lot of those Epic games come to Steam eventually, right?
I think so. I think Borderlands 3 wasn't that one gated for a while.
Yeah, that got put on Steam.
Yeah. I actually don't remember it, but I think most of them are like. I think that's how exclusives are nowadays. It's more of like a timed exclusive.
Damn, PC exclusive. Never thought I'd see the day.
Yeah. It's getting to that point. Yeah, I don't think any of us care, but it's cool that, if you like Sam Show, you got something to play, but yeah. Don't come to this podcast if you like Sam Show no mo. Next we have Grand Blue had Jita's full reveal. I'll start with that one where I thought Jita was way more like Gran than I thought she would be. Like her fireball is not identical, but it's nearly identical her DP's pretty much identical. She has like a lot of the same looking normals, and she does have a geese style burning rave, which is cool. But yeah, I think she looks dope aside from being really, really similar to Gran. How do you feel about it, Gino? Oh, did I drop from the call?
But
No.
Oh,
You hear Genie? He's talking right now, but
Oh, Genie, we fucked up the Genie again. Oh, no worries. I'm gonna.
we can hear him.
Yeah, I can't hear him again for some reason. Let me. All right, Genie, start talking now.
Okay.
There we
Good?
go. Yeah, we're good.
Okay. Like as I was saying, well, Jita, she's supposed to be the female playable character of Grand Blue. Like, so of course she's supposed to share the similarities to Graham. And from what I've been told, I'm not too deep in the Grand Blue Vortex as some of the other people. She's supposed to represent like the giant whale. I'ma blow money on the game, get all the best gear and everything. So that's why she has like all the crazy stuff in her Deadly Rave. She has all like the primal weapons and everything. So there's a little nod right there representing, hey, I'm the whale gotcha character. Play me. I have a feeling what they're gonna do in the April patch, they're gonna nerf Gran and Catalina, and give her some of the crazy pre-patch Gran stuff, and then some.
I'm into it. Well, they're coming out on April 7th. Her, and Soares. So it's pretty soon here. That we could have a balance patch
That is
Tuesday.
the same. That is on Tuesday.
Yeah, same day
Okay.
as Final Fantasy VII.
Roughly. Wait, isn't it the 10th for Final Fantasy?
yeah, I thought it was the 10th.
Oh, is it the 10th?
I was going to deliver up to my house, so
Oh, well, never mind. Don't listen to me. Okay, we have 3 days to play Grand Blue before the JRPG grind begins.
We hate ourselves.
What do you think about it, Dame?
yeah, I think she's super similar from what I've seen in the trailer. One interesting thing I saw from it was that one of her EX moves had like a ground bounce property to it, and if she can convert off of that mid-screen, then I think she'll be ridiculous. Just downright. But
Yeah, it seemed like she
Yeah,
could
we'll
charge
see.
it. Like, was it a charge
Yeah.
move?
Yeah, it's like Gran's like charge unique move when he like charges that sword up. Then once it gets like level 5, it's like purple. That has like a wall bounce. I think that's her version.
all right,
Like-
that's just her unique button. Maybe she'll need to
Yeah.
charge it in order to get the counter hit properties or whatever.
It seemed like it to me, maybe, but I don't know.
Yeah, she seems especially like the people were wondering if she's going to be more like the Kuma or Sakura to Gran's Ryu, and I think she's more like Sakura. So
Yeah.
I'm more interested for Soares personally, but I'll mess with her a bit when
Nope.
she comes out.
No DP though. That's gonna be a boner killer.
I don't need a DP.
Dog.
Real men don't need DPs.
Yeah, he gets up and then
In a basic ass game like this, come on.
a DP is very valuable in Grand Blue. I'll say that.
It tends to be you either get a DP, a super armor move, or some kind of parry is one of the defensive tools they give you.
It-
And I'm hoping his super armor frames activate early, so it's a potential wake up option, but we'll see.
Yeah, with all the safe jumps, it would be nice to have something that's just like something that can beat a safe jump but not be super punishable. That'd be kind of fun. George, do you care about Jita or Soares at all?
Soares looks kind of cool, so I'll check him out. Jita doesn't really look that cool to me, but I think it's kind of cool that she's like a Ken-esque type of character.
Yeah,
Kind of
definitely.
weird that she's paid DLC, but
Yeah, that's true. Ken's never paid DLC. Yeah, it's kind of one of those things where I think we'll just have to wait and see. There wasn't too much revealed, and I mean, it's right around the corner. By next podcast, we'll actually have something to talk about. there was one more thing for Grand Blue, which was there was the only tournament I've been able to watch all month. Well, shit, 2 months probably. The Japanese ran their kind of pseudo co-op cup online with all the like gaming scenes coming together and attempting to beat each other for the top prize. And there was, God, so many teams. Yeah. It looked like 32 teams, is that right?
More or less.
Yeah, so there was 32 teams of 3, and they did it Pokemon style or whatever the fuck they call it. And
Placebo style?
yeah, that's what it is. So you get one game, and that's it. So one game, boom, you're on to the next character, on to the next player, and this went on from it was like 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. and I stayed up and watched the whole thing, and then I was let down because the 2 best teams went to grand finals. It still was super fun to watch, super entertaining. Anyone else watch this?
I watched it, then I fell asleep.
Did not watch it.
Yeah, I watched
need
it
to
and
watch
then I
it.
tuned out after like 2 or 3 a.m. So I missed the top 4, but I went back and reviewed the final few games because I did have a bet with a few of my friends that Melty Blood A would win, and lo and behold,
Lo and
Melty Blood A
behold,
won.
I mean that team was
The
fucking.
best game.
I want
They were
to.
fucking stacked.
I want to say one thing. Samurai Spirits, aka Samurai Showdown in the US, their team fucked up. The point characters was Goichi for Melty Blood versus some guy I've never heard of, but Goichi was getting fucking ruined by this guy. And then all of a sudden the Samurai Showdown guy just random supers. Gets fucked up for it. Gets back up, random DPs. At like both of those, there was no reason for it. He had such an incredible life lead. And then Goichi comes around and blows the whole team up after he regains his composure. Like Goichi was getting wrecked. Like it was bad. And then so Samurai Showdown, you let me down. You had a chance and you squandered it because Goichi looked like trash in that first match. But as you said, Melty Blood won it all. They went up against Guilty Gear's A team, which was Dogura,
Kazunoko, and
Omido.
Yeah, Omido on Narmaya.
Basically, both of those teams were like most fighting game top 8 placers. Like they top 8 in so many games. Like Dogura's, Blaze Blue. I've seen him in DBZ. I've seen him play Mortal Kombat X, for fuck's sake. He plays everything.
Yeah. This entire tournament was pretty stacked. In fact, I think a
Um,
lot of the players I saw up were all like master rank, which is like the highest rank you can get after
Yeah.
like winning like certain amount of games in a row against other triple S players. So these guys are no joke.
oh, yeah. George, how did you think the Tekken team did?
I'm guessing they didn't do very well.
They got blown the fuck out.
It was bad.
I really thought the Virtua Fighter team would do good because they had Fudo and
And Itazan.
Itazan, yeah, and they got blown the fuck out. Ultimate Marvel versus Capcom 3 and Ultra Street Fighter 4 made it further than Street Fighter 5. So this was a fun tournament to watch. If you haven't seen it, I recommend go back and watch it. Super fun. But yeah, that's pretty much all on that. I wanted to carve out a little bit of time to talk about Soul Calibur. Soul Calibur, 2 days ago, a day ago? How Maru finally came out after 8 months. So, has he lived up to the hype, boys?
He's alright.
He's alright? What do you think, Dame?
Yeah, I think he's pretty cool. I think the only reason I started up Soul Calibur this past week was to go to custom creation and put Hawamaru's costume on Mitsurugi. And then I logged off immediately afterwards. But from what I've seen on Twitter, a lot of his shit is kind of nutty. He can ring you out from like in the middle of the ring
Yeah,
with his fucking soul charge attack or whatever, soul attack. But he adds a bit of spice to it. I don't dislike that, and we'll see if he's broken or not come tourney time.
Yeah, he got some dirt. When
He's-
I was lapping him, I was figuring some stuff out over time.
he's
Then I looked at Twitter and I'm like, oh, you could do this.
He-
Like his Ace Light B, for example, that little like hilt strike. It's like I-14, but like the frames on it are weird because they say it's like +4 or something, but I think it's the way it's programmed. You can like combo off a CE, so you could just do AB, Ace Light B, combo to CE, or if you're in Rage, you could do Ace Light B, combo into his SSM from Sam Show, and if you're in Rage Explosion, you could just combo into ESEN, and that's Half-Life. Off of one button.
yeah.
It's really good.
Everything I've been seeing about him is screaming I'm being nerfed soon, but I haven't yet played him, so I don't know hands-on, but I mean, yeah, he seems pretty fucking good.
I'm not gonna lie, you will probably actually like him. His movement, his backdash movement is really good.
I like
And
the sound of
his
that.
DP has lethal hit, and his DP it's like almost like it's almost like launch as well backdash tier of good. I'm not even joking.
I'm hella in there then. Well, I definitely have been slacking.
Then his DP in Rage has a lethal hit. If he whiff punishes with it or something like that, you get the combo.
I'm
DP.
also into that. I'm definitely into that. It definitely it took them so long that it kind of killed my hype a little bit, to be honest. But I mean, I'm a Soul Calibur main usually, so I'll load it up sometime, hopefully. There's also a patch that dropped with it, and it kind of didn't have a ton. It looked like it had a lot more than it really did. There was a lot of hitbox adjustments for consistency purposes, or like removing tracking from some verticals. Sometimes like step was changed to be more uniform with other characters, but it's not really that big of a balance adjustment. So I
It
think
was just a giant cleanup.
yeah, it needed it too, because I mean, you had Siegfried Ace Light B tracking 360. They also nerfed my boy Serve. 2A+B finally lost tracking.
They also nerf as well as AB, ring out distance, and Mina's 6A lethal hit.
Oh
Trigger.
yeah, the BA from Aswell.
And
I
Sophie's 3A+B soul charge.
that was a good nerf. But there weren't too many of them. Like, if you condensed the patch notes to actual real move changes, there probably wouldn't be that many.
Yeah, I was pretty excited about that actually.
Yeah. The game's pretty balanced right now, so I don't think they need to touch it, and I'm tired of them touching it. Well, I'm tired of companies like ruining a balanced product. Hint, hint, Harada-san,
Murray-san
Murray-san, yeah.
lately. Hey, shout outs to the Soul Calibur team for actually voicing like what their vision is for each character in their patch notes, instead of just saying, "Hey, you just block it, you fucking scrub."
Yeah, truly. I mean, for what it's worth, I like to talk a lot of shit about Soul Calibur 6, but that game is very balanced, and they have a written mantra of what they want the character to do every patch, and they explain to you like a status of that character. They're like, okay, in review, we wanted this character to be more aggressive, but we didn't want them to be that good in the guard pressure game, so we adjusted A+B's, blah, 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 which is so fucking cool, especially when you go and read Tekken's patch notes, and it's just a clusterfuck of random changes, like, for every single patch they've ever done. Yeah, so definitely good point. Huge props to Okubo. I wish Okubo had more say in Tekken, actually.
And more money to work with.
Yeah. George, what do you think about us talking
But
shit
yeah,
on
that
Tekken?
was great.
Akubo could stay with Soul Calibur.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, it's probably better if he does because Caliber never had a consistent
There's gonna be
developer.
lethal hits in Tekken 8 at this rate.
Hey, Okubo was on Tekken 7's team before he was on Soul Calibur 6's.
They're gonna let you, if you land King's Giant Swing 3 times, you can combo after the third time. Get a combo
If
off
you
a
land it
Giant
3 times, he's already dead, man.
Swing.
This sounds like another. We need a name for it, like George's Patch King Alley, like George's Alley Kicks or some dumb shit. No, King's not getting buffed. I refuse to allow it. I'm calling Harada right now.
George's Patch Musings,
So,
Patch Corner.
This is another thing where if you don't want to be spoiled, I don't know who gives a fuck, but data miners did find the last 2 characters. 3, 2, 1. It's Setsuka and it's Huang. I honestly don't give a shit about either character, to be honest. I know a lot of people like Setsuka, but yeah, I don't care. Any hype from you guys about the 2 DLCs?
I'm cool with Setsuka, but Wang is like, especially because I love Blizzard Man, so I'm like,
I'm gonna be
Yeah, no, Lizard Man makes me sleep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be contrarian here and say like I like Huang because I played the original Soul Edge and he kind of brings back that kind of vibe for me. So I'm all for bringing back the classic characters. Bring back Rock too, man. I miss that guy.
you and 500
Wayne is
people
like-
in the world.
He's like Young Sung, right?
Yeah.
No, he's Young Son before Young.
Yeah, basically.
He's like the same fighting style.
Not
He's
completely.
Pokemon.
Not completely, but
Kind of.
kind of.
In the games, they change. Like, in Soul Blade, he was like a Mitsu clone, and like Soul Calibur, he's a Shang Wan clone.
Oh, I mean, not so
That's
excited.
so-
I thought he was like Young Sung.
Well,
That would get me kind of excited.
you have fought against Assassin in Soul Calibur 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Huang. They thought Huang was so boring and such a bad character design that they put a turban on him and made him stop talking. Cuz that's
And made it canon.
yeah.
I think
Yeah.
they'll
We'll see that.
spice the characters up though once they re-add them. So maybe anticipate some assassin things onto Huang now.
And at
Wha-
this
just-
rate, we won't be playing Huang until 2021. So
True.
That's true.
Yeah.
Very true.
What I hope for Wang is his old Soul Calibur 2 cheap stuff. Just give it in Soul Charge, so it gets 3 AAB. Just get that string of Soul Charge and make the last air break attack. Make his 2K ring out to one side. Just give all of that wild, crazy shit in Soul Charge.
Give him
Just spice him up.
yeah,
clean him up.
give him 3 AAB, but it is on normal hit in Soul Charge. That would be fucked. What ethnicity is Huang? Is he Korean like Sungmina?
Yeah, he's
He
Korean.
is Korean. Yep.
Okay.
And the lore,
Yes,
he's a Korean war hero.
Okay, that's what I thought. Because there's some like weird romance with them, I think.
So the lore is Sugmina's father wants to marry him off to him, but she doesn't want to be married yet. So
Damn,
that's
this
the gist
is
of it.
this is what we need Genie on call for. When he's watching the podcast and we're stumped on lore, yeah, we need to invite him to the call, and it's Genie's corner time. He knows it all.
Lore master.
Yeah, I'm in there. Genie, you're invited on anytime. That's it.
Ah, shucks.
That's it for Soul Calibur. I thought there would be more, but there's really not that much to talk about. Especially since not many of us have really dived too deep into it. So, does anyone have their bitch calling or props ready? Silence? All
I
right.
guess I'll start here.
All right, I like it. Okay.
First off, props to you, Mike, for 1CCing all those bullet hells. I've been tuning in every once in a while, and I see the incremental progress, doing us fighting gamers proud, showing us that we can rock with the shoot 'em ups.
Thanks, boss.
For the bitch calling, There really hasn't been enough going on for me to be bitch calling, but
But you gotta. You just have
gotta?
to.
I gotta. All right.
You don't have to. You don't have to. But I mean, you're a
All
bitch
right.
if you don't.
I'll just throw a I'll throw a bitch calling out to Deuce for that stream he had late night yesterday.
Only because it ended early.
Should have went the entire way if you're gonna do it, man. But,
Yeah, coward stream. That's what I like to call it. Yeah, those are quality bitch calling right there. Do either of you have anything in you, or should I buy you some time?
I'm still figuring out. I'll go last.
Okay, George.
Say shout outs to Genie for showing up to the cast.
Respect. Hell yeah, Genie.
Bitch
Thank you.
calling. I don't know. I don't know if there's really a bitch this week.
Oh, it's a bitch free week. Damn. All right.
If I think of something, I'll let you know.
All right. Well, I'll buy you a few minutes of time. My props are gonna go out along the same lines as games where there's these like 3 or 4 guys who routinely tune into my stream when I'm playing Bullet Hells, and super helpful. I think a lot of my progress as a player is due to them. I mean, some of them are like kind of like sassy, like, man, you ain't shit a little bit, and that gets my fires rolling. And others are like, okay, breaking it down, sending me pictures and shit on like hitboxes and hurtboxes. Shout outs to all you guys. Definitely it feels so fucking good to 1cc one of those games. And for the old bitch calling, I'm going to have to go bullet hell again because that's all I'm playing. It goes out to Cave, the makers of these shmups I'm playing, because they are incapable of making a like 100% arcade perfect port, and they like refuse to release like a game from 2012 still hasn't been ported to anything but Xbox 360 in Japan exclusivity. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? So Cave, you're all a bunch of bitches until you get Sai Daiyoko or whatever the fuck that game is called out in the States.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Fuck you, Cave. Genie, did I buy you enough time?
Yeah, you're good. You're fine.
All right, what you got for props?
So shouts to you guys in the podcast. Give me more stuff to read daily, weekly, and strike another podcast to listen to while do schoolwork or play games in the background or read. Because I listen to at least 4 podcasts a week, so another one helps me. It helps.
Hell yeah, we're here.
Especially in these weird times.
Definitely. I mean, that's why we're doing it a little bit. It's nice to know that you have the headphones on while you're walking around outside and doing all those outside Genie things, listening to us. Warms my little heart.
Yeah. So my bitch callings. Political figures are a bitch. The virus a bitch.
That's a good one.
Japan devs are a bitch because I want to play some of my favorite fighting games, but because of everything that's going on, I'm very disinterested too. And Mark's a bitch for being the Lincoln version of me, I guess. There's only one me. You can't replicate me. I'm only one person. I'm a unique person.
Yeah,
and if
step
there's
off.
anyone
Mark.
else in the world, then they're a poser or a clone or something.
Damn.
Hey,
man.
he went in on me. That was calling me a bitch. All right, respect.
I see a Genie mirror now.
You and Mark. You and Mark are alike.
Bitch call it. And I don't know how.
Okay, let's break it down. You both have very similar play styles in fighting games. Mark really just a bubbly guy that everyone loves in general, except when he's on Discord. Can be a little bit weeby at times, just like Gino. There's some similarities here. but the play style is the big one. You guys play very similarly.
What way? He's saying he's nutty?
He's like one of those players who's like he's max feel, but he wants to be a fundamentally good player. So a lot of times, like he'll do one thing and one thing only until you stop it. Like in 3S, he'll parry on wake up every single time, or in Street Fighter 4, he'll wake up crouch medium punch every time, which is and then you show him you can't do that, and then he like peels the layers back, and then he's suddenly doing EXDP and shit. You know, the usual. But yeah, that's a side tangent. That gave you enough time, George, for a bitch calling. I'm pretty damn sure.
I'll just go with a freebie. I'll say fuck Blizzard because I still don't want to play Hearthstone. The game still looks like trash.
That's not a freebie. That's from the heart.
They just announced their new expansion. I don't like it, so.
Well,
Blizzard.
there's always Magic the Gathering.
Hey, don't go into that vortex. As someone who used to play Magic and who played Yu-Gi-Oh for 10 plus years, man, going card games are worth it, man.
See, the thing is with Hearthstone, I've played long enough that I have like a good base, so I could just jump on and get a couple cards and get a deck. But I just don't
See,
like.
now you sound like a gotcha player. That's fine.
You see, if I played like any other card game, like I tried to get in some other ones, but it's just like the investment of time in order to get like decent cards, not worth it.
Yeah, but you can also say that about Hearthstone too, and whatever
I
card
mean, no,
game.
but I've already
you can say
made
it about
that.
fighting
I
games,
made
honestly.
that investment. I've made that investment in Hearthstone. Like I could jump in on this new expansion. They just rotated a bunch of sets out. I could jump in on this new expansion, and I probably just need to craft like a handful of cards, and I have a meta deck.
Come on, Genie, what you got to say about that?
He has a point, but I will reiterate that someone could say the same thing about Hearthstone if they come from another game. So,
Well, yeah, I know. That's fine. That's a fair
look into
criticism to say. They're fair to say that. That's just why I can't get into any other ones, just because the time and potentially money investment is too much.
Yeah, dude, y'all are making me like
care.
I'm scratching my neck like Tyrone Biggums right now because I'm not playing Magic right now, and it's like yeah, we need to stop talking about these trading card games. That's basically all I had. Any of y'all want a last word?
yes. Back to my bitch calling. I forgot. Oh yeah, Atlas is the bitch because I want to stream Persona 4 Royal, but they still have these funky streaming rules that, hey, you can stream this, but you have to praise them constantly and all this better crap. Then you can't show the gameplay after a certain point in the game. Otherwise, we
Like,
just
it's
flag
like a
your
time
contact
delay
and
thing?
stuff. It's spoiler related. It's just the way it went about it is kind of weird. And they had a vanilla Persona 5 too, but it's still kind of wacky, especially since the updated version been out in Japan for almost a year, and this just finally came out today. And I was playing it earlier. Then I'm like, man, I want to stream it. Then I saw the rules and everything. I'm like, well, there goes my plan to stream this game until the weekend, until Resident Evil comes out. So they're a bitch about that.
Damn, Genie, you just called half of Japan bitches. Just so you know, you went like Atlas
He's
and
tired.
yeah, he's a tyrant.
Tired of the
He needs to
bullshit.
come on to vent every once in a while.
I mean, everyone is need of deserving of a bitch calling every once in a while. Even your own self, like you want to prove your own self, call yourself a bitch.
I called myself a bitch last
Stay
week.
humble.
Stay humble, Genie.
Stay forever humble. Genie's forever humble.
All right, boys and girls. I think that's a perfect moment to end on. We stream most Wednesdays at 7 o'clock. I think maybe we'll have Genie on for lore sections of our videos from now on. So I hope you guys tune in next week, and hopefully you don't catch the Rona. Have a good one, guys.